such a great time. Oh yeah, I know the other music, like other countryside music, because if they are like really good music, I can't do my other study or research or reading or works. So that's why sometimes on the other background sound is just like happy wedding style, a countryside, or like the music like that. So that's why I can focus on I don't have to focus on the music too much. But definitely music is great. I love your music. Yeah. So that's why like but other broadcast or anything, other podcast like those are same one, kind of like re-recorded one. So the original version you can find it. Those are like a less background sound, less boring background music sound too. So you did not miss anything. You missed nothing. So don't worry. Some of our podcast sessions, podcast, like a potluck chat. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, because it's kind of like a code. Is that kind of like a code? Maybe. Alright? So, oh yeah, I dreamed a good dream. All your dream come true. That's great. Other topic. Alright. Jesus. All can hear is say you get die all the time, and a beauty we sing all the time there. We enjoy the ear. Yeah, we enjoy the singing in the children's room when we are kids. Sometimes our friends sing together too. I was around like 5, 10, 11, 12 years old. The other younger siblings are too young to remember probably. Oh well, that's okay. We all have different interests. We all have different opinion or like different world. Even between the biological siblings too. So yeah. Other topic on the title part. Jumped all over that place. Yeah. It's great, right? Or sugar or a flower. The flower. Yeah, the flower names. I don't know many of the flower names. How about you? Do you know? Do you know a lot of flowers' name? Do you know? My mother used to remember many of the name of the flowers. I wish I could remember too, but I don't. I should study more about the name of the flowers. A name of the flowers. Flowers. Right. Yeah, I know some of the past stories is kind of nothing, but it's also kind of fun to chat about it. Yeah. And women talk, so that's great, right? Okay, and on the title part, it was in a cowboy area. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean it, but I was happy that I could drive that car was because so difficult car, and it was a 5-speed manual car, my first car, and I was driving that, so I was so proud of, because of my friends taught me how to drive, so that way, yeah, like they're awesome people. We met in around college, so that way, like, because they are good, so that's why I could drive. So that's why I could share those story here, right? And I mean, I've already talked this to my other friends in the J Island, and other people also talked about it. So that's why it's better to share it here, so that some of my friends, some of you guys, some of you people using the internet, you can in your community here, you also know a same story, same side of it. So that's kind of it's made it easier in my own community, in some like neighborhood community. So that's good, right? And you are also you get friends too. So I like you. So anyway, so that's why like I had to share about my driving car. No, my driving skill or the car. I was gonna share it on here a little bit too anyway, so that's why I shared before. But I noticed other people like, yeah, Catherine Tienbeck, yeah, I like you so much. And I noticed like other people can't drive. It's alright. I have lots of friends. I have some friends like who don't drive too, or who doesn't really have, who doesn't drive. That's totally okay too. Who cares, right? Yeah, so you're all good. Those are some of my comments to that podcast, to your podcast too, and to other, to some of the big community, big organizations too. Alright, and my driving. Yeah, so I could drive that a manual car. It's not automatic car. So when I first drove my friend's car, my friend was, that's one of my friends I met in the meetings in a cowboy area in the state, and she's really good. She's a good person. I love her. Yeah, I like them. And some are like all their friends, and they're good too. It's special, of course. But so I was driving her husband's car. Or maybe it was her car. Her car was so like 21st century car. It's so good. It looks so good. And it was automatic. So it was not first. But when I took my driving test, I used my friend's car because it was much easier than driving my own car because it was automatic. But I could drive my car too, and it was not automatic car. But when at the time I was driving my friend's car, my friend was just sitting next to me on the passenger side. Because I think she got an accident, so she couldn't drive, so I was driving her car because of that. So no, it was only just a little bit because of that, under that circumstances. And her car was automatic. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is automatic car. I was a little bit nervous. But when I drove her car, so easy. Surprise. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, automatic car is so easy. It's like you can sleep. Surprise. Yeah. Those are some of the stories share. Yeah. And in the parking lot, in a church, a parking lot, that church had a big, huge parking lot. And that hill was beautiful. It was almost in the forest. A beautiful view in a hill, on the hillside. Was it like a life church? It was one of the biggest big church. Everybody was there. There are lots of I loved those blonde hair. Many of the majority of the Americans there kind of in suburb area, and everybody was so beautiful. Everybody was so good too. I loved it so much. It's in the U.S. Some of the Americans share, and my stories too. Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, thanks for the comments. Of course. As a share time, and kind of like advertising your business, we can talk here too, and that's great. So, I'd love to know your story too. because I love to hear the story. So it's kind of my type. And I love the American way of the talk, American accent. And I love those like vocabulary use. Not like a kindergarten teacher talking to their student, not like that way of the talk, but like those like sophisticated, the wide range of like vocabulary. I love it so much. Oh, but I know I have some friends like kindergarten teachers too. Really small friend, like really short height friend I have too, and yeah, we met in the school. So yeah, all those like kindergarten teachers, those are really lovely. I love you all. The people I met through I got to know the people from the internet and also offline too. Not on the internet, but yeah, those are different story. I like you so much. But yeah, as an adult, I love. I usually listen to other people's podcast or talk. Those like their vocabulary use just feels like home. It just feels right. More like my type too. I don't feel bored or like sleepy. So I like those talks, and I don't like my way of the talk very much because it's not really American, right? Not so much. Yeah. So I love all the Americans. Or like American way of the talk, I can understand it because it's more. At first, it's more comfortable and yeah. But of course, as a worldwide, yeah, I'm so international. More like different people is also like really fun too. So it depends on the clicks. If we click, yeah, you all good. I like it. We all can hang out, of course. Why not, right? But yeah, thanks for the personal comments. Yeah. Those are some of the answers. Those are some of the answers. And in yeah, a parking lot. That parking lot was so pretty, and that church was so big. That big church, the huge, humongous. And in the church, sometimes we had like popcorn sales inside the church. And that uniform was so cute, like red and white. That uniform. Church itself was like a theme park. Like a park. So it was like a life-changing event, right? The church is not like a too strict place. More people close to the Jesus, that kind of the church. And it was also kind of almost like my first experienced those beautiful church, and the floor was so beautiful too. In that place, it's like, oh my gosh, I can lick the floor. It's so clean and nice. Because I focused, like I watched the floor a lot, because also the building itself like have a huge glass. Those are also like really good architecture. I loved it too. On the other side of the story, and the other story is, yeah. Because inside the JP Island, some of my childhood, the floor was so dirty. I just hated it. I just didn't like that. Not clean. Also, like, the station was so dirty. So a countryside is like clean and nice. Those I like it. But in a big city, it was so dirty. And also there are no trash can. It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid. So I did not like it. But in the cowboy area, not in the island, it is so clean. So yeah, I just fall in love to the entire city, to that entire town. because of that